Now you know that Britney is following from divorce from her husband, Sam Asghari, right? He claimed that she cheated, so I did a little deep digging. And he was cheating first. So Sam the Snake was actually dating this chick, Morgan B. Osman, right? And she claimed that she had been with Sam since 2017. And she was so mad that he got with Britney while they were still together. She went and posted all these little pictures and videos of them kissing and shit.
To a source, and we all know what that means in the Britney Spears world. That either means Cade, her manager slash friend, or Sam himself. Is that Sam is now alleging that Britney cheated on him and that he caught her in a lie, and that's the reason he filed for divorce. And then now another source from Britney's side is saying that absolutely never happened.
And before we heard that the divorce was filed, we got this information. He's threatening to release extraordinarily embarrassing Britney Spears info if prenup is not renegotiated.
Man has gone on the record mocking Kevin Federline for taking money from Britney Spears. Several times he mocked Kevin Federline, and look at that, he is asking for spousal support and attorney's fees.
Have you ever wondered how a story in the media can be so one-sided that the real truth stays hidden? Why we only see the headlines, the sensational version, but maybe not the full background? Today, we're diving into one of the most talked about celebrity splits of recent years, the marriage and divorce of Britney Spears and Sam Asghari, and more importantly, how the media got parts of it wrong, or at least didn't tell the full story, from the ironclad prenup that several outlets claimed was unbreakable, to the reports that Sam initially threatened to expose secrets if he didn't get a better deal, to the countermove when Britney hired one of Hollywood's top divorce lawyers and the tone changed. We're going to unpack all of that. So, what really happened behind the scenes? And why did the narrative shift the way it did? That's what we'll ask. If you've watched this far, thank you so much for sticking with me through this deep dive into the truth behind Britney Spears and Sam Asghari's divorce. Please show some support. Give this video a like. Drop a comment with your thoughts on whether the media exaggerated this story. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more in-depth stories just like this one. By the time Sam Asghari filed for divorce from Britney Spears in August 2023, something about the story didn't add up. The headlines made it look like a clean split, irreconcilable differences, the usual celebrity language. But once the dust began to settle, darker details started surfacing. Behind the glossy smiles and gym selfies, Sam wasn't just walking away. He was calculating his next move. Despite being married to Britney for barely over a year and with no children, Sam still demanded spousal support. It was a shocking ask, considering that during the relationship, Britney had covered almost everything: their home, vacations, expenses, even Sam's acting ambitions. But when the request for spousal support leaked to the press, it became clear Sam was trying to use Britney's fame and fortune to secure his own future. And that's when things took a nastier turn. Sam allegedly began accusing Britney of cheating on him, claiming he had proof she'd been unfaithful. According to reports at the time, he confronted her about these supposed affairs, telling people close to him that he'd been humiliated. He also claimed that Britney had gotten physical with him during arguments, accusations that were quickly picked up by tabloids and splashed across every entertainment page. But when you look closer, the story starts to collapse. Britney vehemently denied every allegation, and the timing of Sam's accusations looked suspiciously strategic. Insiders quickly noticed that these claims emerged right as negotiations over the prenup and spousal support began. In other words, Sam wasn't just a heartbroken husband, he was building a case. And then there's another crucial piece of this puzzle. Britney has been under surveillance nearly her entire adult life, from the height of her fame in the early 2000s to the dark years of her conservatorship. She's been followed by paparazzi, bodyguards, and, as later court documents revealed, even private security teams who reported her every move. So let's ask the obvious question. If Britney really had been cheating, Where's the evidence? Where are the photos? The videos? The text messages? There were none. Not a single verifiable image or message ever surfaced. But here's what most outlets didn't report. During the early stages of his relationship with Britney, Sam himself had been linked to another woman. According to some close insiders and online reports from 2016 to 2017, when he was first dating Britney, Sam was still in contact with a previous girlfriend. Though he denied it publicly, the rumors painted a different picture, one of a man who was far more opportunistic than devoted. And once you start connecting the dots, it becomes hard to ignore another disturbing rumor that had been circulating quietly in the fan community for years. The suspicion that Sam Asghari may have been working with, or at least aligned with, Britney's father, Jamie Spears, during the conservatorship. This theory didn't come out of nowhere. During the 13-year conservatorship, countless individuals were revealed to have been paid directly or indirectly by Britney's estate, often without her consent. Some of them were people she trusted. Some were planted to monitor her or keep her compliant. So when Sam entered Britney's life in 2016, fans were immediately cautious. Why would a fitness trainer suddenly be everywhere Britney went? Why did he seem to have access to areas others didn't? And why, during the later years of her conservatorship, did Sam rarely, if ever, publicly stand up to Jamie Spears? Britney herself, according to some reports, grew suspicious. She feared that Sam might be feeding information to people around her father, a devastating possibility for a woman who's already struggling to know who to trust. When she finally broke free from the conservatorship in 2021, she wanted to believe that Sam was one of the few people truly on her side. But when he filed for divorce less than 2 years later, demanding spousal support, hinting at secrets, and accusing her of cheating, all those old fears came rushing back. And the media? They took Sam's side, at least at first. Headlines portrayed him as the patient husband who tried to help Britney, but couldn't handle her behavior anymore. It was a replay of the same sexist narrative Britney had fought against for decades. A narrative that framed her as the problem, while the men around her got to play the victim. But this time, something was different. Britney didn't stay silent. Through her lawyer, she made it clear that the prenup was ironclad, that Sam's accusations were baseless, and that she would not be paying a cent beyond what the contract required. Then, when she hired Laura Wasser, the most feared divorce attorney in Hollywood, Sam backed down almost immediately. The threats vanished. The rumors went quiet. And within weeks, he stopped pushing for spousal support altogether. Why? Because Wasser and her team made it clear that if Sam wanted to go to court, his own secrets could come to light, including details about how he benefited financially from the conservatorship era, and how much he'd already received in gifts, luxury trips, and exposure from being Mr. Britney Spears. Once again, the man who thought he could play the system underestimated the woman who had already survived the most controlling legal system of all. In the end, Sam's attempt to manipulate public opinion backfired spectacularly. His credibility took a hit, while Britney's fans rallied around her harder than ever. And, when the divorce was finalized, Sam walked away with little more than what the prenup originally allowed. Nothing close to the payday he seemed to have been angling for. So while the media tried to make it sound like a tragic love story gone wrong, the truth is far simpler. Britney Spears was targeted yet again. But this time, she fought back and she won. Multiple legal analysis pieces and entertainment articles confirm that Britney and Sam entered into a prenatal agreement prior to their June 2022 wedding. For example, one article describes the arrangement as entitling Sam, under certain versions, to approximately $1 million per every 2 years of marriage, capped at approximately $10 million over 15 years, though they had only been married for about a year when things ended. Also, the prenup reportedly ring-fenced all of Britney's premarital assets and future earnings, meaning Sam would not have a claim over the bulk of them. The divorce settlement was reached relatively quickly and amicably. According to a Los Angeles Times report, the divorce was settled in May 2024, with the court noting that Sam's petition was uncontested and that the couple had entered into a written agreement about their property and marriage that they asked the court to approve. Additionally, Sam's attorney said he gave up the right to spousal support, and Britney did the same, which suggests the prenup worked as intended. The media reports of Sam threatening to blackmail Britney are based on a single anonymous source featured in a piece by Elle. The Elle article claimed, a source told Page 6 that Asghari was looking to renegotiate the couple's prenup and may even be willing to blackmail Spears to do it. But critically, the article did not provide any names, documents, or evidence of actual blackmail filings. It remains in the realm of unverified rumor. According to an article from E! News, Sam said on a podcast in June 2025, "I wanted Britney to have a prenup. I wanted to make sure that I'm the person that don't do that, take advantage of her." He explained his reasoning. Given the history of people in Britney's life allegedly taking advantage of her, he wanted to protect her. He said that from his perspective, you either get everything or nothing, build together or don't build at all. What that tells us is, contrary to the simplified media narrative of Sam jostling for more and Britney defending herself, there was at least a side from Sam's statements suggesting he entered with good intentions and accepted the prenup voluntarily. Many headlines claimed Sam did not contest the prenup. For example, the LA Times article explicitly states, despite reports to the contrary, Asghari did not contest the prenup. Yet, the Elle piece suggested a source claimed Sam was looking to renegotiate, possibly offering Britney the choice: renegotiate or I'll reveal secrets. These two narratives clash. The likely truth is somewhere between. Yes, the prenup was in place. Yes, Sam ultimately signed off. But there may or may not have been behind-the-scenes discussion or pressure. The media chose the more sensational version, blackmail, without verifying. We don't have access to the full settlement publicly, but the filings and court statements give crucial hints. The petition was uncontested. The couple entered into a written agreement regarding property, marriage, that they asked the court to approve. Los Angeles Times, Sam's attorney noted he would give up forever any right to receive spousal or partner support, except what is listed in their settlement. From this we can infer, the prenup did its job. Sam accepted the terms. The specter of renegotiation or blackmail did not manifest, or at least not publicly. What we don't know, publicly, whether Sam privately attempted to apply pressure or negotiation behind the scenes before hiring lawyers. What the unpublished terms of the prenup were exactly: caps, triggers, assets excluded, etc. Some articles say $1 million per 2 years, cap at $10 million for 15 years. CRS, the personal emotional state behind the marriage divorce, though Britney's later comments and social posts provide some color. Britney herself has been relatively quiet publicly about the specifics of the breakup, which is entirely her right given her experience. But in her writings and posts, there are hints. For example, in a recent Instagram post, she said the hardest years of her life were the years her sons were out of her life, and that her marriage to Sam almost felt like a fake distraction to deal with it. While this comment does not relate directly to the prenup threat narrative, it adds depth, that her internal life was more complicated than simple married then divorced. She had trauma, family separation, identity issues. Media coverage, focusing only on the prenup fight, misses this human side. Celebrities are human beings with vulnerabilities. Britney's story involves conservatorship, control, public exploitation, trust issues. The media coverage of her divorce often ignores that context. When you read a sensational story, blackmail, threats, renegotiation, ask, what's the source? Are there filings? Is it verified? The more dramatic it is, the more likely it's speculative. Power dynamics in marriage and divorce aren't always obvious. It might look like a superstar has all the power, and in some ways Britney did, but context, legal protections, prior exploitation, relationship history matters a lot.